Hi guys, if you want to learn how to make some turkey dressing with a little bit of a cheat, then keep on watching. Okay, so here is what we have. We basically have some cornbread that we just cooked, one skillet of cornbread that we cooked, and we just crumbled it up really, really good. Now I am holding the camera and recording and stirring this at the same time, so it's a little bit shaky, and I apologize. But like I said, this is just cornbread that we made, simple cornbread. And this is the cheat that we're going to be using. We are going to be using a little bit of stovetop. My dad will be rolling over in his grave right now. He saw us do this, but it turned out so good. And that is just the turkey stovetop. Okay, we have 4 boxes of that, but you do want to add a little bit of cornbread to give it kind of that homey taste. And there, what you see is some turkey wings that we've shredded up, and all of that is going to get added to this bowl. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is I'm about to add that turkey wing meat that we've shredded up right there and taking all of the cartilage and all that stuff off of there. And there was a string left, and we ended up taking that out because we discovered it after I was watching the video. So you're just going to mix that around in there to get it well incorporated. And then you're going to start adding your stove top stuffing. You can use the chicken, the turkey, whatever you prefer. And it does have a lot of seasonings in it. So you're not going to have to add a lot of salt because this stuff is pretty much loaded with salt. We only used 3 of the boxes because, it was plenty. Okay. Like I said, you have your homemade cornbread, and now we're just going to incorporate those stovetop stuffings into that mixture of that turkey wing meat and that homemade cornbread right there. So I'm just going to stir that around, or attempt to. Now I gave the spoon to my mother because I couldn't stir it and hold the camera at the same time. So we're just going to get that really well incorporated, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So just stir, 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 and try to get it as incorporated as possible with that homemade cornbread and the turkey wing meat and the stovetop stuffing. Just get it all well incorporated. And this was absolutely delicious, you guys. I mean, absolutely delicious. Okay, and now what we have here, we have a can of cream of celery, and we also have a can of cream of chicken, just to give it a little bit of that extra flavor. Okay, this makes the world of difference. So we add those 2 cans in there. You can add more if you like, but I think this was plenty. Okay, and we're going to incorporate that really, really well into the mixture. Incorporate it really, really well into the mixture. As you can see, we have it incorporated. Now what we're going to do, I'm about to show you something over here that is a very, very, very important step. So that's it all combined. Here is what we have is some onion, bell pepper, and celery that we chopped up into little bitty pieces, and we boiled it with the turkey wing meat. So when you put your turkey wings on to boil, what you're going to do, you're going to chop up the onion, celery, and bell pepper, and you're going to let it boil down with your turkey wing meat. And this right here is the juice that came off of the turkey wing meat. Do not throw that juice away. That is the juice we're going to use for the dressing, because you don't want to put water in your stuffing. You want to use the juice from your meat, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to incorporate some of that meat into this dressing. I already have a little bit in there, but my mom is pouring a little bit more on there. You don't want any dry stuffing, family. Please don't serve dry stuffing to your family. I know Thanksgiving is over, but we're going to do this all over again for Christmas. And by that being a big pan of dressing, we did put a whole stick of butter in there because that's a lot of dressing and it's going to feed a lot of people. So this is pretty much the consistency that you want. Okay, it's very, very moist. As you can see, the butter hasn't all the way melted, but it's trust me, it's going to melt. It's very, very moist. You definitely want it moist when you put it into the oven, because some of this water, and well, not water, some of that seasoning is going to dry off. Now that right there is sage that my mother is adding in there, just a little bit. Now we did add some more juice because it started to dry up. This is the reason why I'm telling you definitely want to do this by eye. A lot of this stuff you have to do by eye, okay? You don't want your dressing to be dry, okay? You don't want dry dressing. This is pretty much the consistency right here that we were going for. Before it looked pretty good, but then it started to dry out. That's a pretty moist turkey dressing right there. And of course, we tasted it and all that stuff before we put it into the oven. It was perfect. We didn't add any salt to this. The only thing we added was the sage and that stovetop stuffing, which had plenty of salt. Now here we are putting it in the pan, and my mom left some of the turkey wings whole, and we just adding the turkey wings on top of the dressing as it's going in the oven. Just to, just to have some whole pieces of meat. We do have crumbs of meat in the inside, but we wanted to put some big pieces on the top. So that's what you have there. So you just grease the pan and you put it in there. Now it's going into the oven. And there it is, done. It's very, very, very moist. I hope you guys enjoy. Try this. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.